Hi then guys, welcome back. Basically today I'm going to be showing you all my high mileage BMW E46 330D, and I'm going to be going over all of the things on this car, showing you the good, the bad and the ugly, and why I think this is such a great car and such good value for money, and why I love it and I had it for so long. Basically this is my second one. In fact, I had another one before, and one of my biggest regrets was actually getting rid of that car, to be honest. So I'm going to show you all of that stuff. So then guys, if you're new to the channel and you wouldn't mind just tapping that subscribe button down below, that'd be great guys, thank you. So let's crack on with the car, and I'm going to show you what I think makes this car so special. First of all, we should probably start off with the engine. So this car has basically got the legendary M57 diesel engine, which is used in a lot of BMWs, and it's even used in stuff like the Range Rovers. It's a 6-cylinder 3-litre diesel engine, and they're known to be absolutely bulletproof. And at 227,000 miles, I think this thing is proving that very well so far. Anyway, a few of the basic mods we've done to it, we've done stuff like EGR delete on it, a decat on it, and literally just a basic, pipe across air filter, and of course on the front as well here, it's got some front mount intercooler on it, which is pretty wicked. All of this sort of stuff, apart from the air filter, came on the car, and it's all been mapped up to suit all of that stuff. This is running about 290 horsepower at the minute, but if you were to go into the route of getting a bigger turbo like an E90 turbo and getting rid of all the AC and that, this thing would probably push 350 brake, which is definitely something I want to be looking at in the future. So then, as you can see, this car's sitting fairly low. That's because it's on some HSD coilovers, and they came on the car when I got it. And as well as that, it's got some BBS 216s, which are off, I believe, an E90. I really like them. They really suit this car well. They're 8J in the front and then 8.5J on the back. I think they really fit this. We're running some 225 tyres all around on it, because 225s on the rear, when you're going through them so quickly, are a lot cheaper than the 255s it's meant to have on it, but they're fine, so don't worry about it. So we've got a shotgun exhaust on it, which is basically just a back box delete. This is something that I got when I got the car. It's basically just, the back box has been cut off, and it's just got two straight pipes on it. I polished it up recently, cleaned it up, cleaned the whole car up, that sort of thing. It doesn't actually usually look this clean, to be honest. I cleaned it the other day, and it made me kind of think I should do a video on this while it's actually clean. But being a daily at that, you're never going to have a super clean car. This is probably the cleanest it has been for a long time. Now, of course, the bodywork isn't perfect at all on it. You can see it's quite rusty here, which is pretty much not changing the time I've had it. But I've gone under here and I've seam sealed all behind this to stop it rusting anymore. But this is probably the worst side of it. And then down here, of course, I've got a centre cap missing, but that's not really an issue. So I've also painted the calipers on the car. Of course, I've done a weird sort of aqua colour. I think that's a bit different. That's why I wanted to do it, because you don't really see any cars with that colour brake calipers on them. And of course, I've got some 80, I think they're like power discs or something, but they've got slight slots in them, so that should brake a lot better than standard discs. And it's got, I don't even know what brake pads to put on it now, to be honest, but it's got these discs and pads like all around on the car, and it makes a massive difference to the braking on the car, because the brakes on these aren't exactly great in my opinion, but they're better than they were. So I'll show you the inside of this car. There's nothing really too special inside of here, but it's just a nice setup really. You've got like little things like heated seats down here. The aircon, yeah, it's a bit dodgy, but that's because I've got this sat nav sort of thing in here that replaced standard radio. It's got Bluetooth on it, that sort of thing, but even then, you got things like cruise control on it. It's just like a nice sort of layout in here. Of course, we've got the manual gearbox in it. Cup holders, they don't come in a lot of these. I actually had to buy some cup holders for it when I got the car, and I cut this down off my other one and just kind of slotted that in. I don't know why a lot of them didn't come with it, but it's a pain in the arse when you get cup holders. It's not really a worry, is it? So then guys, let's crack on, let's go for a drive. So guys, you're probably wondering why I think this is such a great car, and this is why I love this car. And to anyone out there who wants any sort of daily that's a diesel rear wheel drive, I highly recommend you look into getting one of these before you look at other stuff out there, because there's really nothing else in the same class as these, and for the money you get a lot of car. It's basically the only 3-litre rear wheel drive car you can find with the manual gearbox these days. Most cars are autos. I mean, if you like autos, fair enough, but I really like having a manual gearbox, and it's such a fun car to drive every day, and you can literally just give it so much abuse and it will just keep on going and give it you back. Like, diesels aren't meant to be fun at all, but this is on another level. Now, I've never actually had like the petrol one of these. I really did want an M3, but obviously I've got this and I love it to pieces. Like, it's just got so much torque behind it. You can literally just drop it down now and it will just go. So then, you're probably wondering why I love this car so much and why I think it's so good. The main thing I think why it's so good is because I love my rear-wheel drive cars. It's a diesel and it's got a 3-litre engine in it, and it's got a lot of power and torque behind it, which I absolutely love, and I'm all about life really. So basically, this car's had a few like mods to it. Basically, let's say it's probably like a stage 1 sort of remap, but it's got a 290 brake and I think about 500 newton meters of torque, and it's all centered rear wheels with a manual gearbox, and you can hammer this thing all day and it will still give you 30 miles per gallon, like when you're really going for it, and on a run it will still do 44. And I think for all the money, these you can probably pick up now for around 2 grand, something like that. When I got this, it was about £1,300. I literally got this as an in-between car, but I had one previously and I absolutely love that car, and I love this one just as much, if not more, and I'm so glad that I've got another one, because one of my biggest regrets was getting rid of my old car, because it was that good. The only reason I ever got rid of that car basically is because the engine went at 206,000 miles, probably had a really hard life. In my ownership, it definitely had a hard life. You could literally just get in it, turn the key, and absolutely, you know, drive it all day, hard every day, and it would never really give up on you. But for example, now this one's on 227,000. And I got it on 192k, and in that time, mechanically, it's never let me down. Does it have good speakers? No, not really. Is it fun to drive? Yes, it is. Will it be good on fuel? Yes, it will. Will it brake? Probably. It's a BMW. Does it have cruise control? Yes, it does. Is it quick? Yes, reasonably. Some would say it pulls like a train. But no, it's not a Golf. How much power does it have? 290 horsepower and 500 newton meters of torque sent to the rear wheel. Is it practical? Yes, it is. It just doesn't have a big boot at all. Does it slide? Yes, it does. How much can I get one of these for? I don't know, somewhere around 2 grand I'd say. Will it brake? Yeah, probably. It's a BMW. So then guys, you're probably wondering as well, like, why I've done a video on this. Basically, I'm waiting for clutch on the Skyline, and I thought I'd, you know, show you this, the car that I drive every day pretty much, and why I think it's such a wicked car for like anyone to have. So what does this car actually like to live with on a daily basis? To be honest, the reason I think I love it so much is because it's never actually fully let me down. I mean, yeah, like things are broken on it, things have gone wrong and that, but nothing's ever really stopped me from driving it, let's say. It's just like, you know, little things wearing out that you need to replace every now and then, like, you know, bushes, you know, ball joints, stuff like that. But mechanically, this car's absolutely sound. Like, the only thing's gone wrong with it, apart from that, I think the kind of, like, self-inflicted that I've actually caused from, like, doing other things and making a bit of a mess of something. But, to me, like, it's absolutely bulletproof. That's why I think I love it as well, for, you know, never really giving up. And you can give this car abuse, like, all day, and it'll just keep going, it'll keep fighting. It's got so much, like, life to it. And it's the sort of car you can have fun in and you can chill, and then when you want it to go, it'll just go, and it'll go relentlessly. Like, if I drop it down now and absolutely floor it, it's just such a, I don't know, it's such a sick car to drive. Like, it's just got so much torque, and I don't know, like, I love it. It's just, you know, best balance to me. It's like, it's good on fuel and it's fun to drive. The main thing is probably fun to drive because it's real drive. And it's got like loads of nice features to it in here, like basically you've got like things like cruise control, heated seats, you know, aircon, all that sort of thing. But I mean, it's like sensible, and like when you just want it to like have fun, it's just so fun to drive. But the rest of the time it's really comfy, apart from, you know, the coilovers. But you know, you got to kind of live with that, you know, it's the way it is, isn't it? So then guys, that's it from me. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and if you're new to the channel, then don't forget to subscribe down below guys. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you next time guys. See you in a bit.